What's up, Gemini? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a general full moon tarot reading coming up on November 27th. It will be at 4:16 a.m. It will be at 4 degrees 51 seconds Gemini. So this will be a pretty, it might be influential moon for Geminis, being that you're probably going to have something natally there. That's the card. So it's going to be conjuncting it probably. It's going to be in the 6th mansion of the moon. I'll put that up. I put it up before. It's called the Scar. It's a Gemini mansion. You can read about it. It's kind of about friendships and things like that. Show the world the real you, Gemini. It's going to be squaring Saturn. So you may feel repressed because, Gemini is all about communication, learning, things like this. The way you think. And being the moon is your emotions in a world. You might have trouble balancing emotions and communications at this time. And with Saturn there, it's really going to kind of repress it. So you may be repressing a lot of what you want to communicate. But it will be trining Pluto, which will help with that. But you got to be careful with Pluto, even in a harmonious aspect, because it is a malefic planet. So it could be that you feel the need to manipulate communication in some way. And it's not necessarily bad, because we all communicate. Anytime we communicate, we're all manipulating it subtly, whether we realize it or not. With our facial expressions, our emotions, our nods, everything. It's all a type of manipulation. And people think manipulation is bad, but no, it's just a natural way for people. But you have to watch. I'm just saying, watch that, because they can actually benefit you in a lot of ways, because you might be able to, make some new connections, and that's what this mansion, the mansion of the moon, is all about. If you kind of just work the conversation a specific way. Problem is, Saturn's going to try to repress that, and also the moon will be opposite the sun and Mars. And Mars is kind of a aggressive planet and can be really angry. So just be aware of that. And the sun is, bringing all that out, and the sun is conjuncting Mars. So you just got to be careful not to let out any kind of anger or rage or anything like that. And Gemini should be good about it, because you are Aries signs anyway, and your communication's kind of y'all's jam. And for Gemini ascendant, we're talking, your first house, house of Gemini, will be your 12th house, depending on the degree of your ascendant. So you're talking literally the way you yourself, the way you communicate. Don't let Saturn repress it, and don't let Mars make it angry, right? And don't let the sun make you want to bloviate it and stand out more than you really need to, kind of thing. And if it's in your 12th, it may be talking about communication with your unconscious, okay? Or communication about secret enemies, things like that. It could be foreign lands, like traveling. That's what the 12th house is all about. Mainly about unconscious aspects, though, and connecting to the feeling the all connection, which is the unconscious. The unconscious is that part of us that connects to the all, the boundlessness. Neptune. So you may have, you feel repressed, or you feel it's hard to communicate your conscious to your unconscious, which it is very difficult, and very few people are actually able to accomplish that. But it's saying, show the world the real you. And you got the world right here in the middle. So show the world the real you. You could be trying to go on that, maybe trying to go on a path of discovery. You may be trying to be discovered, that type of thing. Excuse me. This is on the bottom. This is, chariot. Could be a vehicle. Could have something to do with a vehicle, but it could just be straight moving forward. And every Gemini is different. So we got two paths here. And some Geminis may be on one, some may be on the other. Some may be on both. This stuff may have already happened. Some it may be happening. It's just going to be different for every Gemini, because you're all going to be here for different reasons. The few that watch anyway, because I don't have a ton of people that watch the channel. And you're all going to be born at different times, different natal charts. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you can, if you know what your other signs are, watch them. They may resonate more. The current questions, man. You got the world. It's like, show the world the real you. There's the world right there, and you got the Fool. But you got this repressed energy right here, holding on too tight. It's like you want to put yourself on display. It's like you want to do something that you love, and it's probably maybe Geminis are funny, they're easy to get along with. Geminis are life of the party types, and it may be this you want to go on this new journey. That's you just want to travel and be around people, or you want to be discovered in some way, and you want people to notice you for being truly who you are, just a funny, happy-go-lucky, cracking jokes, so you may just want to have a real social media presence type thing. Don't really see the Hierophant here, but I do see the world. And it's saying, show the world the real you. So that's you literally showing the world. and this is a new journey, or being happy like a fool kind of thing. Now this you may be worried. The question may be, can I afford to take this risk and go down this road? We'll see what the cards say. On one path, some of you all up in your head and you're worried about money, and again, that's minding your money a lot. So it looks like some of you are really worried about money. And this holiday season, it makes sense, right? This is like, walking away from this, which is feeling blocked and like stuck because you don't have money. And this is saying, screw it. Don't worry about that the material aspect of it. Move forward. Just move forward with what makes you happy. It's like he's walking away from this. He's walking away. Like the emotions are like, bah, I'm not going to attach to this. I don't want to attach to this worry and this confusion. This is all in the head right here. These two are together, are definitely all up in your head about money, are worried about your material aspect. And I think that may be keeping you from taking this risk. And this is the person, moving forward in this new thing, that, that makes him happy. That cup represents. Sorry, I just pet my cat and I got a little bit of allergies. This is the other path. It says using your imagination, planning, getting established. So it's looking like on this other one, that maybe you do take the risk and like you're like, I got a lot of ideas. Creative. Geminis are very creative. My brother's a double Gemini, and he's one of the most artistic people you'll ever meet. He can draw, paint, tattoos, you name it, and he's smart as they come. So this is like lots of ideas. This is like planning with your ideas. So it's like you got these ideas, now you're planning how to use them to get the world in your hand. The whole Dr. Evil thing. And this is like finally being established. This is what you're trying to get to. You're trying to get your ideas, show it to the world, make your plans, to show the world. And again, you got the world again. Show the world the real you, world in his hands, the world. The world, man. It's all about the world for you. And you're trying to get established. I mean, the world may end up being in your hands. You never know. Like, the world is yours. This is the advice. This is just saying, charge in, go forward. Doesn't matter what you're going to face. You're going to face challenges, right? And you're going to beat them. You're going to beat the challenges, and you're going to have your new beginning. This is this is challenges, but that's you holding the swords and then walking away defeated. So, if you're in competition, you're going to win. But you have to charge forward. You have to take the risk. Got to go get that fruit. You got to go step out on that limb to get the fruit. It may fall out from under you, but it's worth the risk to get that fruit. I mean, it's just straightforward on that. It's like, charge forward. Tame your fears. Beat them. New beginning. I mean, it's all about the world for you. The world is yours, right? This is the outcome. New project. Got the Empress. Got the Eight of Cups. And he's walking toward that new project and walking away from whatever this is. So there could be an earth sign. Well, I think, again, like, you're asking about, it seems like you're asking about your money. Can you take the risk? Is it worth taking the risk? Or are you going to financially suffer? I mean, even if you do financially suffer, right, you're going to be a lot happier because you're going to be doing what you want, right? And we'll always figure out a way. That's what we're designed to do as people, is figure out a way through it no matter what. Geminis are smart, too. Problem solving is literally y'all's part of the zodiac. Critical thinking, active learning. Y'all are really good at that. And this could just be like, walking away from this idea that you have to be this. Like, you have to do the 40-hour work week. You have to pay your bills. No. The crap that we all kind of drudge through. This idea of what a life lived is supposed to be within this specific economic system. And this is you walking away from it. Getting to this new creation. This new, I don't know how long this will take. Some of you maybe already be on this process. But it looks like it's going to work out. The world is yours. You're trying to, right there. You're trying to get the eyes of the world on you. You got love here. Man, you got love twice. Oh. I say show the world the real you. On this new journey, looks like there is love. like soulmate love. Simply because very rarely will you see the Lovers and the Two of Cups come out together. I honestly have all the readings I've done, like side by side like this, in the same area. I don't know. Could have something to do. The other question could be that you're also coupled. Maybe your significant other doesn't want you to do this, to take this risk, because it's gonna like mess with the stability, and that could be an issue. But at the same time, it could be some of you get on this journey, and bam, this leads you to the love of your life. This is knowing the ins and outs. This is breaking everything down and knowing it so that you're prepared for everything. This new journey could be in love too. No doubt about it. For some of you, it's going to be a new love relationship. Maybe you're worried about leaving a relationship because of the stability aspect of it. Definitely could be the case. But also it could be that this new journey presents love in one way or another, whether it's you love what you're doing with your life, whether you meet someone. There's a wish and a healing right there. Completion, prudence. Oh, well, this path, I mean, there's worry here, but it looks like it's going to be healed because on the, right there's the star, right there on that 8 of Swords. That's healing or a wish. Could be all up in your head about a wish, but like, looks like the worry's coming to completion. Like, you just got to get out of that. Got to move away from it. If you want to accomplish your wish, you got to move forward prudently, and that's what that Knight of Cups is doing, is moving forward with that cup in his hand. This is being prudent. You got to move forward prudently. Like, you've got to do it, and you got to stick with it. You can't just give up the first time you hit a snag. You've got, that's what the whole aspect of Gemini's about, is problem solving, figuring things out. And that's what this energy is. You can do that. And the world will be yours. It looks like the world is yours in love, The world is yours in whatever this new situation is. I mean, if it's a love partner that you find, or that, maybe you separate from one, find a new love partner type of thing. Looks like pregnancy could be involved too with that Empress bet down here. But it most likely looks like you're walking away to a new opportunity. And it could, when you leave, the minutia of, tedious, everyday 8-hour work week, or 8 hour a day, 40-hour work week, you may fall in love again, or re-fall in love with your partner. You may rediscover your love, or rediscover what you do truly love in life, and it's fulfilling. So you got a wish and a healing there. It may heal your relationship even, because you'll be a lot happier. But again, they also could be finding a new love. All right, what's this other path here? This is like using your ideas, to plan and get established here. Gemini cards, talk to me. Oop, that one jumped out a little bit. Hard work, justice or adjustment, change, balance. You got a 2. You got adjustment, 2 scales on a 2. So it could definitely be something about balance here. You're working hard on whatever these ideas are. I think you're probably in your head a lot, really trying to figure out whatever this is you want discovered, or whatever this idea is that you have, or whatever this creative endeavor you want to enter on. Or even just changing yourself in a way to attract a love partner, that type of thing. And you could be planning for marriage, because this is the Justice card. But it also could just be these specific changes you're making in your plans. Like when you're planning, you're making specific adjustments to try to compensate for everything. And the idea is to get established. The 3 of Rods. So in that, Princess of Pentacles, that's it's an idea, or like communication. You want to become established, which means you want to be maybe even recognized in some way. Because if you're going to be popular on social media or something like that, you really do have to be recognized. Maybe you want to be a comedian. Maybe you just want to be like even a writer or anything like that. Geminis are excellent writers. That's that 3rd house is a very nice house to have activated if you want to be a writer. No doubt about it. It's the truth. 9th house too, but mostly 3rd. Depends on, like, if you're doing creative writing, though, you're going to want like some Pisces, and like a Pisces moon, or some Neptune touching the moon, or stuff like that. That's creative type energy too. But that's more of like creating it out of nothing, out of the unconscious, like out of your imagination, rather than Gemini's would be more like intellectual writing. It's going to be like knowing things really well, like writing books for the sake of teaching others, whether it be philosophy or anything. But you can still be a creative writer as a Gemini too. But I'm just saying that's the difference in the representations of like, because like I said, my brother is a double Gemini. And he is so creative, like artistic. So even Gemini moon can be really, really creative and artistic. I would say all the mutable, Sagittarius, Gemini, Pisces. I mean, the mutables, they're always going to be like that. Virgo is the other mutable. Ooh, right there. This could be you, Knight of Swords. A lot of swords energy. Wow, all swords energy. This is all about your thoughts here. The advice. Like if you can't stop battling, you get that 5 of Swords, right? You got to stop battling, especially with yourself and your mind. Because like this is like rushing forward in an idea. You never want to. Sometimes you have, when the strike when the iron's hot, right? Sometimes, but sometimes you really need to prep. And this is more idea, right? This is more of a specific idea. The Knight of Swords could be you charging forth with your new idea. This could actually be the idea. The Prince of Swords, right? But on the new beginning, futility. If you can't find the balance between your mind and emotions, if you can't like focus the mind off, not so many. You got to get the multiplicities down to one, right? You got to have like that organizing idea. Right? Whatever that organizing idea is, cling to that. Don't let the multiplicities drag you every different direction. That's Friedrich Nietzsche, but it's good information. You want to find that organizing idea. If you do have whatever the creative idea is, or if you have many, if it's Gemini, you probably have many. Find that one and stick with that organizing idea to get everything else in line with it, so it can support that. And if it's love, let it be love, right? There's a lot of love here. Let love be. If that's what you need for your motivation, do it, right? And maybe it's your significant other that's wanting you to do this. Like you're funny, you're charming. Get out there and let people see you. Maybe you don't want to do it that much, but they're pushing you because you got the love cards right there. And maybe you're just trying to find a love partner, right? And if you're switching from one love partner to the other, you could be leaving an earth sign. Or you want to find an earth sign because the Empress can also be that can be a Taurus card. So can this. These are both Taurus cards. So Taurus could play a role as far as like maybe your lover. Power, the Emperor, and Valor. Yeah. Definitely could be an earth sign. If you're leaving an earth sign, you can feel like that they have a lot of power. Not necessarily, it could be somebody you're working with too, that you're trying to work with, and maybe they have a lot of power and influence, and that's who you think can like plug you in some way. Or again, you think money is power, and you're not wrong. It can certainly put you in the room with the people that do have the power if you have a lot of money. There's a lot of things you can do with money for sure. It shouldn't be the be all end all. It should be more about accomplishing the goal and less focus on money. But like, I think you understand, there is a worry about money here. For whatever this is, there's always, but who doesn't worry about money? And then you got the Emperor on walking away. You could be, like I said, you could be walking away from like a job that you really don't like, or a boss, and like going to do your own thing. You could be walking away from a significant other and into a new relationship. Someone that's more valorous, someone that you feel is more supportive of what you want to do. And you need support. You need the people around you that are going to support you in your idea. Like if you're going to take a risk like that, you do need people to, because how you feel is going to determine a lot of what you accomplish. You need to feel good and feel confident about it, or you're going to have a really hard time succeeding, truthfully. But it looks like, it's saying show the world the real you. Let it out. Let it out of the bag. Geminis are funny, charming, intelligent, witty. Let it out. Let it out, Gemini. You can do it. If it's love, it looks like you're good in love. If it's a new idea, it looks like you're good in a new idea. It looks like if you do take this risk, it may be tough at first, but it's going to pay off to this new, abundant beginning. Right down here. And the 7 in this deck is also a victory card, right? It doesn't say victory on it, says valor, but it's still a victory card in this deck. If you look at the meaning of this card, it will say victory. This card, the 5 of Swords, is also victory. over. I mean, it's squabbling or fighting, and you don't really want to do it. But I think you're fighting with yourself a lot in your mind whether you want to really take this risk. I think the worry is keeping you at bay. But it's saying take the risk, show the world the real you. For what it's worth, I believe in you, Gemini. I believe you can accomplish whatever you want. Just be confident and know that you can. Don't worry about how. Don't worry about when. And just keep your motivation and focus on why you're doing it. And just keep working hard. Anyway, Gemini, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. Algorithm does not love me anymore. It's not really sharing my videos much. So I don't know how much longer I'll be doing this, but I'm going to keep trying until I break. Anyway, you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just grateful that you're here for the view. And it's all going to work out. Happy holidays, and hope to see you here again.